All right. So a crashing of glass will start off our turn order here before we actually get to the actual initiative roll. So that is going to trigger everything that happens. So are you smashing it and we were jumping through it, or were you smashing it so that you could
Yeah.
see inside?
No, going in all pirate style. Yar!
All right, so go ahead and move your guy into that building. This is going to happen before the initiative roll, as you are now inside this the church. And let me, before anything reacts here, this is what you see. So you see sunlight is pouring in through some of the windows, and it's a very high vaulted chamber, 4 stained glass windows, and you see wooden benches that are around you, obviously for people to sit on. Everything seems mostly empty, and standing against the back wall, which is the one you're kind of near now, seems to be a set of steps that lead up, and it looks like you would be going up to, that must be what's holding the kind of the bell tower. Down here, you're not seeing anything else. So if I ping it on the map, it's right about here-ish. You see a set of steps that goes upstairs. Also, you notice that this door is open.
As soon as I can, head for the stairs.
Yeah, so you crash in. You'll get 30 feet. So, yeah, you'll be able to move. So you've already used, we'll say getting through the window and down to where you're at, it used up 10 feet. You still have 20 feet that you can use.
And then up the stairs.
We'll put you right on the stairs, but let me show you something before you do that. So if you zoom your map out some, I'm about to open up an area on the right-hand side that will kind of show you. Let me move turn order a second. All right, do you see over on the right-hand side I opened up?
No, all I've got is just the inside of the church.
Yeah, so zoom out of the map, and you'll see to the east side, past some of the fog of war, and you'll see another part that I've just opened up for you.
All I've got is inside the church. Sorry, man.
All you've got is inside the church.
When you said earlier that you were opening up the towers, I didn't see the towers either. All I was seeing was in through the gate.
Can you see the graveyard?
No,
That's just above you.
I've got just like 10 or 12 squares inside the church.
Oh, I wonder if it, when you jumped into the church, did it do that? Jump out of the church a second. Drag your token out. Just put it out in the yard there.
One sec.
And then tell me if you see more. I wonder if it's got like the dynamic lighting on so that when you go in the building, it just shows you what's in the building.
Like, I'm seeing harsh streaks behind all the rocks and stuff. So, like, I can't see directly behind any of the rocks.
Yeah, so they must have put in some layer.
It might be in the dynamic lighting layer. There might be a line that they've drawn for the doors.
But is anybody else seeing that?
Yeah, I'm getting the
it's
the line behind the boulevard.
That's all the walls have been drawn for dynamic lighting.
Yeah, once you're in the building, you can't see outside the building.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool. I didn't know it did that. Okay, well,
Although I'm only seeing the roof of the building.
You see the roof of the building? I can't even see you. Where are you, Colonel?
Oh, I'm around the back where you can't see me from where you are.
No.
But when Greybeard was in, actually, you know what? It's because I have Greybeard visible, his token. I think I have.
yeah, he just moved back out. So go ahead and move yourself back in the church, Greybeard.
Aye, aye.
We'll figure this
Over
out.
there.
It's our first time using it, so it's kind of cool to figure out how it works. All right, so if I move you to there, now what do you see?
Right.
Whoa, I'm gone. Give me a sec. I'll search the map.
Oh, a streak of lightning go across my.
When he was in the church, did anybody else see the church roof?
Yeah, I saw the church roof.
Okay.
I was seeing the church roof when I was in there too, but now I've got like, I'm not close enough. Give me a sec. I get old days.
I see a 5, an M, and an E. In a little building where Greybeard is.
Yeah, because what it is, it's they drew the second level of the building over on the right-hand side of the map. So I can see what the second level floor plan looks like. So I moved him over to the floor plan of the second level of the church, and that should be the building, the room he sees at this moment.
Yeah, I see 5ME, and I can see out the windows, which is really cool.
All right. Well, that's cool. I didn't know. Maybe I don't even have to reveal then. You guys aren't going to be able to see because they must have put dynamic lighting correctly. I didn't realize that. I thought I had to undraw it all for you.
It's in place. If you can try by just picking up your token and slowly moving it around the map, you'll see what parts become more visible and what parts don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you set it all up correctly, then you shouldn't have to unreveal anything as long as people aren't moving their stuff to places they shouldn't be.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can actually set their tokens to update on drop, I think it is. Or actually, it's the map. If you set the map to update on drop, then we can't move around and see stuff. We actually have to drop our token.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. Well, it's a module that had everything set up, so I'm just kind of figuring out what they have set up versus what I didn't know they had set up. So
I still think you may be better off doing Fog of War. This is really harsh.
yeah, and to me, I can't see. Oh, I think there's a key that lets me see.
Yeah, you
somewhere.
can see what they're seeing.
Control L, I think it is.
Oh
for
yeah,
you.
that's super cool.
I love dynamic lighting. If it's set up for you.
Yeah, no
And for what it's
metagaming.
worth, that's the only hotkey I know.
Now you're our expert.
Okay, so you're up in them stairs. You're actually on the stair part. I was just putting you in the room because I want to make sure that you could actually see that room. But you're on those stairs that are right just down to the south of you there. So that's as far as you get before the next reaction. So that happens. That's kind of like on the surprise round. That's happened before the initiative. Now the crashing of the glass will set off initiative. And Jarrel, go ahead and make a perception check first before you do anything. Or Jarrel, if I keep saying that wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Make a perception roll.
Perception check. Gladly. All right, maybe not. Fail. So ignore that macro I pasted in there. It worked for me a minute ago. There we go.
All right, you do hear the crashing of the glass, and you're
Well, hold
pretty
on.
sure.
So, are we in daylight?
Yes.
All right, so that's an 11.
Okay, but this is for hearing, not for seeing.
Oh, okay,
So
okay. Cool.
You hear the crashing of the glass that comes from the other side of the building, and you're pretty sure that your group has done something. You're not sure what or who, but obviously a window has been broken on the front side of this building. But you have the highest initiative order, so you're allowed to react.
Wow.
What would Jarrel do when he hears glass break?
Jarrel would...
Blame the dwarf.
he probably would be muttering under his breath. That damn dwarf. He's going to basically go back to where he was before, which I think was right there. And that's his full movement.
All right, so you get a move. You can still take an action. Any bonus actions, reaction stuff?
I don't... No, there's nothing really I can do.
Do you want to hold an action in case something comes around the corner? You can set up a trigger action, so you can say, I'll stand here ready, and if something dangerous comes around the corner, I'll hit it.
I believe... Can I hold like a dodge? Is that something I can do?
That sounds like it. Read to me your dodge skill from your character sheet.
Oh,
Let's
it's not a skill. It's just the movement. I think it's dodge, isn't it?
Let's check out the action.
Combat dodge. When you take the dodge action, it's an action, and I don't have a bonus action for that. So I guess I'm just gonna hold.
Okay. And typically, when you hold action, you just set your trigger. So, what's your trigger? Like, what's going to make you move again?
I mean, when it's my turn again, I'm probably gonna go back to where I knew they were last.
All right. And a
Like,
dash would give you another 30 feet. You just wouldn't be able to do anything at the end of that.
Yeah, I don't think he would dash though. He would kind of
just
come
head
back around,
okay.
but he'd be cautious about it.
All right. So that's Jarrel. Let's make a perception check for our wargs here. So,
Just so we know, I am behind this wall. I just can't place myself there. I'm behind here.
nice. They did not hear or recognize the crashing of the glass as something that got their attention, so they are continuing to eat something that's out there in that courtyard that they are just enthralled with. Let me roll one more thing.
It was my passive stealth roll.
Stealth barbarian.
Okay, that will bring us up. They will go down to here, and that will bring us to Greybeard can now decide what you're going to do. Now you're in this room, and again you can see sunlight coming in from the windows. Room is mostly empty. Oh, there are stairs that go further up. It looks like it would go up to the steeple. So it looks like the stairs could continue to go up. And there appears to be a door next to you.
But I'm not seeing like a rope coming down.
No. Actually I'm wrong. Yeah, actually that's where the stairs lead up to, and then there's a door there. You don't see the steeple part yet. Yeah, that wall is blocking what you can see.
Is there one or two doors?
I see 2 doors.
Okay, so like I'm kind of standing on one, right?
Yeah. Yep, one's right to your left there, and you see the one to the right.
Having seen the outside of the building, do I have a
Oh,
guess
you know what?
which
That is the
door
bottom
would be
floor.
it?
I'm sorry, that's the bottom floor. I'm recognizing what it looks like now. That is the bottom door. So let me ping it for you. This door is wide open, and you can see the wargs are out there still. You have a door that's right here next to you. The ringing is happening up above you.
So that's the bottom floor. I've already run up the stairs, right?
Correct. And you're just inside the steeple, and when you go up those stairs, all you see is the bell. You're actually where the bell is. There's nothing else up there, but the bell's ringing, and the rope goes down, but you can't really see. It goes through a hole in the floor that you don't see anything else. It must be something is moving the rope up and down from downstairs.
I'm cutting the rope.
All right. So, okay, rope is cut, and the bell slowly begins to stop ringing now. And you hear something from downstairs now. You're hearing voices of some sort, but it's still really loud, and your ears are still ringing. You're not quite sure what you're hearing. And that'll probably be... That would have... Okay, and you still have movement if you want. You took your action, but you have movement if you wish.
So one door is open and the other door isn't?
When you were on the bottom floor, that was correct. But you went up the stairs, and now you're up in just the steeple part. It's basically a small area that holds the bell.
Okay. Yeah, then I turn around and like, haha, I'm waiting for someone to come up the stairs for me.
Okay, and you'll wait for them there. Okay. That is Greybeard's turn. Our Druid is next. Armel is going to hold his action and wait to see what the rest of the group does, or I guess attack something that comes around the building here. So he's going to stay there and wait. Which brings us to Aila.
I'm gonna try sneak up to another rock closer and more hidden.
Ping on the map which one you're thinking about. Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth roll as you do that. Okay. And you also are recognizing that the sound of the bell is beginning to stop. So you've used your movement to get to there. Are you going to do an action?
Oh, should I attack these wargs and send everybody into chaos?
The DM votes yes.
I'll save it for one turn next. I'm gonna prepare my bow for fire, so that I'm gonna do I think readying an action.
Yeah. Okay. And
So
what's the trigger?
If one of the wargs moves closer to us, I'll shoot at it.
Perfect. Okay. So you moved and are holding action. Brings us to Teagray.
I am going to cast message to connect with the dwarf, just to make sure he has an open line of communication.
Okay. And can you click the name of that spell just so we can see the text? I'd love to be able to read it too. Perfect. So it's a 1 duration, lots of room, nice and easy. All right. And what's the message you're whispering to him?
I'm going to say, Greybeard, nice work on looking inside the church.
And Greybeard can answer.
Yeah, and he can answer.
I've already taken the tallest tower.
Huzzah!
Okay, so that's your action. Are you going to do any movement? You still have movement if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go to where can just peek around the corner where Ian is.
Okay. Yeah, so go. Yeah, you can move up there. So you're kind of pressed up against that corner. Yeah. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
just so I can kind of try to keep an eye if the wargs are coming from that way.
All right. And our super initiative scout Ian, leading up the end of the group. What are you going to do?
Oh God. Well, I look around to see if there's any danger, and I noticed that Aila is gone. So, and she's not anywhere I can see. So I presume she went closer towards the wards.
You saw her dash from this rock, and she moved. I'll draw it.
Okay. Oh God, hold on.
She moved this way.
Oh, I pushed middle mouse click, and now I'm all over the place. There we go. I found it. I'm back.
She kind of moved from that rock and then moved that way until she was out of your vision.
Oh, so I can only assume. Has the bell stopped ringing, or is it still sort of ringing?
It has begun. You can tell that it is stopping ringing. You know how a bell, like once you ring it, there's still a couple of swings to it, but it's obvious that it is beginning to stop now. It's not ringing as much, and it's still, a turn is 6 seconds, so this is all happening in a 6-second span.
Oh, that's right. So I would still hear absolutely nothing. So all I can do is prepare.
You can do whatever you want.
I am going to, knowing my little avian friend talks about war a lot and battling, I have a feeling shit's about to go down.
Leroy!
So, yeah. Leroy Jenkins. I am going to, oh man, where can I go? So these are towers, right?
Yes.
With no cover. That is no cover.
Not unless you went inside.
Oh, can I climb up one of those? Like, is there a door I can go into?
You can, yeah, there's a door there that you can see.
Oh shit, well then I do that. Why didn't we do that to begin with? Why didn't anyone go in here? Alright, I wanna head, let's see, how far is that? One, do I count the block I'm in? The square I'm in? For my movement?
Say that one more time.
Do I count the square I'm in
No,
for
nope,
the movement?
nope. You start your movement when you move out of it. So whatever square you're moving to would be your first 5 feet.
So, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I had that problem too, Greybeard, where when I was playing in Colonel's game, sometimes I wouldn't see somebody's name next to an initiative, even though there would be an initiative there. So I'll just try to keep everybody straight on when they can go.
Well, 35 divided by 5 is 7. So I'm at 4. I can move 3 more blocks.
So in that room, you see a ladder that goes up. So it seems like you could get up on top of it, or you could have partial cover and shoot out the door if you wanted.
And well, I'm assuming. Well, I saw the towers, right, from our experience walking in and outside. Are they like sentry towers where I can shoot from the top of them?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so I want to make my way up the ladder to get to the top.
Okay, yeah, so you're on top of that. There's nowhere else to go, but yeah, you're sitting on top of that, and you have a clear view of like crenellations that you can fire down into the courtyard if you wish.
Can I get it? Because I can't see anything. I can only see the small little room.
Go ahead and put your token on the outside of it so you can still see it, but we'll know that you're on top of it.
Right here.
Yeah, that way you can still see.
All right. And I'll just assume there's nothing bad happening behind any of these boulders.
No, you're not seeing anything behind any of these boulders in sight.
All right.
In fact, those boulders aren't necessarily big enough to block your sight. I'm not sure why they why they did that. And I don't know how to turn it off necessarily.
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and assume those are the only two bad guys. I'm sure you'll tell me if anything else enters my...
I certainly will.
my
All right, so you've taken your movement. You still have an action at this point.
Alright, so at this point, I can see Aila from here, right? Aila, sorry.
I can't. Yeah, you should be able to. Right around the corner there.
So I see Aila. I see she's readying her bow. Oh man, I'm the last one in the action. I'm
Yeah.
the last one.
You're last.
Everyone
Yep.
else goes after me. Well, I see the Drow off in the corner, so I'm gonna give him time to head over. So, can I hold my action, or
You can. What
Or
would
not.
be the trigger? What would set you off to do your action? What are you going to
The
hold it to do?
moment- the moment the warg comes towards comes towards us, like maliciously?
Yeah.
If he starts going towards Aila, I shoot it.
Yep. Okay.
Aila. God damn it.
All right.
Aila.
We are back to the top of the order, which is going to give us Jarrel. You are up.
Right. What did the Druid do?
The Druid stayed right there. He's kind of waiting to see what the group is doing. So he's basically just standing there.
All right. So
And he
Jarl's
won't do
gonna-
too much because Logan's out for this week. He's in Florida.
Right.
So I'm just going to play him, but barely. So he'll follow the group. He'll cast a heal spell or whatever, but don't rely on too much else.
So so Jarl's gonna kind of run up to the corner here, and that's Teagray, right?
Yep.
Okay. So look at Teagray, kind of perturbed. Like, what have you done?
He said he was just looking.
The dwarf.
Yeah, and as you come around that corner, you do see clearly the glass that you heard break. You recognize immediately that, yep, it was this window that I heard.
All right. So he looks at the two. Shall we go? We should follow. Actually, let me. Sorry.
We have a bard.
So I'm going to instead. So that was 10 feet. 10. So I'm going to, instead of following them through the window, I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20. I think. 10, 15. Yeah, I think that puts me right around here. So I'm going to try and come around the front of the building. And I'm going to... my action will be dodge.
Okay. And what was dodge again? Did we read that off when you...
Yeah, it is basically
It just helps so everybody knows.
entirely on avoiding attacks. Until the start of my next turn, any attack roll made against me has disadvantage if you can see the attacker and you make a dexterity saving throw with advantage. Yep.
All right. Sounds good. So moving... Okay, so that was movement and action is set. That will move us to... So the bell ringing has now stopped. So it is now finally getting quiet, although people's ears are probably ringing still. I'm going to roll. And the wargs are still oblivious to you guys. They are not seeing any of the stuff that you're doing, so they're going to continue eating on a carcass that is laying in the courtyard there, in the town square. And that will move us to Greybeard.
What a bunch of dumb dogs.
Okay.
Well, they rolled a 1 on perception and then a 2, so.
They were hungry.
Good dogs. Good dogs. There's a door up here. I guess I open it.
All right. And as you open this door, let me go to the token layer here. Oh. GM info. Layer. Token layer. Token layer. And go ahead and move through the door into, or do you want me to move you?
Oh.
And,
Already did.
Yep, there you go. And you see, just as you were opening the door and walking in, you see a goblin who is reaching for the door handle. And it's like the handle he misses. He's like, where'd the handle go? He looks at his hand. And then you bump right into them as you walk into the room. So you have 2 goblinoid creatures staring at you in awe. They're like, huh? And you still have your action.
Death and mayhem.
And now I'm going to put them on the initiative turn. So go ahead. You can make an action still because you just moved in, but you still have an action. So what would you like to do?
I hit him with my axe.
All right. Yeah, 24 is
Yeah, he does.
easy hit. So what you can do is you can click on the word Great Axe in the right underneath the 24, and it should give you your damage when you do that. 10 slashing damage. Nice. And which one did you hit? The one to the north or to the south?
North.
To the north.
To the left.
Okay.
And his
let me-
message with me should still be up if he wants to say anything.
Death and mayhem.
Oh, great.
It's short and sweet.
Not one for specifics.
Or vocabulary.
I'm so glad I don't have an open mic. I'm laughing so hard.
You are. You do have an open mic.
I do?
You do.
Okay. I've been pushing the button all night. That's funny. Well, if I'm typing or clicking pens or whatever, let me know, and I'll
Dummy.
fix it.
All right, I'm just putting these guys on my initiative order, but it was taking me a second here. Sorry. You do 10 points of slashing damage. Add turn, and they had a 4. So they also will go. And we'll put them here. Okay. You put a giant gash into him, but he still stands.
Super Goblin.
And now that is your turn. And yeah, so you did your movement, you did your action. You probably have a tiny bit of movement left. But if you move away from the bottom goblin, that's going to give him a free attack on you unless you stay kind of there.
As long as they're engaged with me, they're gonna like have advantage because they outgun me. There's no position I could move to without taking that attack and whatnot. So I just gotta.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm not seeing any place that you could move to where you would not be a disengage. So, okay, just so we know. Okay. So that brings us to Armel, our druid. And he is going to, we're going to zoom back out so I can see where he's at. He is going to follow, he's actually just going to stand next to Teagray. And he is going to wait. If a hostile creature comes around the building, he will attack. If not, he will wait to see what Teagray does. That will move us to Aila.
Well, Aila, to be one for justice, sees that they're gnawing on some corpse over there and possibly heard
You
that
can
something's
see
going
that
on
it's
in the
a
building.
corpse of a dog.
Hey, man, justice is justice. So, sorry, friends. She's gonna aim and hopefully hit.
All right, which one are you going to shoot?
I mean, the one closest to me, it's in front. Just
Okay.
seems. I mean,
So
I'm
you-
skilled in archery. I'm not that skilled, guys.
You should be able to click on your weapon, and it should make a roll for you.
Fuck you, Mr.
Not that
War.
skill.
Not
All
that
right.
skill, nat 20.
And roll your damage by clicking on 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Take that,
warg.
Mr. Warg.
Let me see something. Just make sure I'm doing it right. Player advanced edit. I want to see. I'm not seeing their hit points, so let me look their hit points up real quick. I thought it was on the token, but something's not quite right.
It's 4d10 plus 4.
Yeah, I think these ones are set already. Let me just look.
The average of a 10 is. Okay,
Yeah, it looks like
27? 26, maybe? I don't know. Something like that.
Okay, now I see what they're doing.
Oh, and then
Um,
she's gonna move back a bit.
Okay, so that's 15 points of damage, correct? Nice hit.
Take that, you big beast thing.
So
you.
it dives right into the back of the warg. It yelps, and then it spins around, and then that alerts the other one also. And they obviously the yelp it's made was really loud, and then but you did a ton of damage to it. So your arrow is buried into the back of that warg.
I aim for the spine.
Okay, and then you moved after that.
Yeah, I just moved back some.
Okay, good. And all right, great turn. That moves us to Teagray. You just heard the yelp of a gigantic warg. What? And you heard the crashing inside the church area. What are you doing?
I turned to Armel and motioned for him to boost me up. I said, "The dwarf is causing death and mayhem."
Yeah, he gives you a boosts you up.
All right, I'm going through the window. Or actually, do I see what window is it? Is it the one where I look in and I see him, or is it into a different area?
No, let me put you in the building so you can see it. So you come through that window.
Okay. So I don't see anybody in the room that I'm in.
No, you see two open doors. Let me go back to the pink. So this door is open, and you can see the wargs out there. And you see this door open here, but you're not really seeing too much. And you still have
Okay,
some
but
movement.
I can hear the combat coming from that other door, right?
Yeah, from your left. Yep.
All right. Well, I will go to the open door to the east and close it.
Okay, you have 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you got enough there. Okay, so that door is closed.
And if it can be barred, I'm barring it.
Sure, yeah, you can find a bar that can be placed on. There's like a lock that you can put on it, so you can lock it.
Yeah, I just don't want the wargs coming through that door.
Okay. That was your movement, and we'll say locking the door is your action then. Getting
good.
that set, and that will move us to the goblins inside the room there.
Did the warg turn around maliciously and like snarl? Something that would
It
show
yelped
that...
and it definitely yelped and turned, but it didn't move or anything.
Okay.
And your turn's going to come up before they've already done their thing. They're not going to do anything. Your turn's going to come up again.
Okay.
Although I suppose, yeah, I suppose that when it turned, you could fire an arrow. I mean, you were ready to do something like that. So I don't see any reason why you couldn't do that.
Okay. So I shoot an arrow.
Okay.
I shoot an arrow with my longbow. Nope.
All right.
Fine.
It goes sailing over the wall and out into the moat, and you lose that arrow.
Rip.
Okay, so the two goblins on the inside are going to try to attack. There should be... I'll just roll it. So, let's see. One of the goblins swings his scimitar at you and tried to roll a 13. Does that hit the dwarf? What's your AC?
14.
All right, so first goblin misses, and then I'm going to go ahead and roll on the second one. And this one's going to be advantage because he's kind of the one that's behind you and he's attacking with his buddy at the same time. So this roll will be an advantage roll. Roll 2d20. And a 10 and a 12 also miss. So you kind of duck and dive, and they're kind of bumping into each other as they're trying to get a hit on you, and they miss their attacks.
Because I'm a monster.
They don't move. They're just going to keep attacking you. And so we move the turn order ahead, and that brings us to Ian. You are up.
All right. Having just tried to hit an arrow, I try for it again.
Okay. I assume the front one is the one you're trying to hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All right, so the arrow hits the ground in front of the warg but misses. You still have movement at this point, but you've used your action.
No, I stay there.
Okay. So that'll be the end of your turn if you're not going to move. That puts us at the top of the order, and we are at Jarrel.
So Jarl's looking back at our druid and kind of motioning as to whether or not he wants to go through the window into the church, or if he wants to follow along with Jarl.
You motion to who?
To our druid.
He gives you a nod of like he's going to go through the window.
Okay. Does it look like he's going to need help to do that?
He's just going to try to climb through.
Okay, so I guess I'm kind of giving some signals. Do you need my help?
Yeah, he doesn't give you any signals. Like he doesn't say like come over and help or anything. He thinks he can just climb through it.
Okay. All right. So I then will. So these boulders, I mean, they look like they're like taking up 5 feet of space. So I'm assuming that I can like hide behind one or get cover.
But they're sunk in the ground, so it's not like, I mean, you'd be hiding behind something that's only to the top of your knee. So I wouldn't say it would give you cover, even though for whatever reason they've drawn the sight lines that way.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to continue. So I've seen that the wargs have been aggravated.
Yeah, you see you probably would have seen the arrow that was hit the back. You've seen 2 arrows miss the front warg. You've seen Aila fire and move back towards you. And that's about as much as you've seen.
All right. And Ian is back here by the door, right?
I'm on top.
Oh, you were on top of the tower?
Yeah, I just can't see if I'm inside.
Okay. Alright, so he's going to. So I'm going to be like in the door, like undercover, so that I'm not in sunlight. And I'm going to sit here and hold. And if any of the wargs come in my direction, like if they're, if they come up here and they're within reach, then I will. Actually, you know what? If any of the wargs come within this area here, then I'll attack with a dart.
Okay. So you've moved, and then you're going to hold action. Okay.
Yep.
That brings us to the wargs. And, yep, they are going to move. And 15, 20, 25. So the first part of their move is going to move that there. And there. They're going to make a dash move. Not doing anything, or are going to do something, or...
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to hold.
Okay, and then they dash here and here. So they're using a dash move, so double their movement to, and actually they
Okay,
block
now I
there.
will.
Sure. Which one do you
All
want
right,
to
so
hit?
I'm gonna. The guy that just came up to me.
Okay.
Okay, so is he now in front of me?
Yeah,
Or-
he's charging right at you.
All right.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's right in those square. He's charging right at you. I mean, you'll
All right.
get your attack off, but
Do I know if this was the one that was hit?
you do not see an arrow in this one.
Okay. So I'm going to... I will attack. Yeah, so I'm going to... So as he charges up to me, I'm going to time it, and I'm going to just kind of step aside, or try to step aside, as he's rushing me, and I'm going to give it an elbow to the side of the head, or try to.
So an
Nice.
unarmed attack.
An armed attack, yeah.
Okay.
And I believe... So is he considered also undercover?
Nah, he's so big. I wouldn't say so.
All right. So then I roll a 10.
Okay. And his AC is a 13, so you got to roll higher than that. So nope, that would be a miss.
All right. So I whiff on that, and because of my feature, martial arts. Do you see this, Lucien,
Do I see what?
in chat, or is it just to me? It might be just to me. Okay, so I have a martial arts feature. When unarmed or wielding monk weapons and no armor or shield, I can use my dexterity instead of strength. I can roll a d4. When using attack action with unarmed or monk weapon on my turn, I can make one unarmed as a bonus action.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I miss with the first one, just kind of grazing the back of its head, and follow it up with a punch with my other hand. And miss again. Man.
Okay. Well, you hit. It's just the hide is tough enough that you recognize that you haven't done enough damage to it. You haven't hit it in just the right spot yet.
Okay. All right.
By the way, I love Eat My Fist. That's awesome.
All right, so they've used their dash action to get to both of you. They have not. That would not allow them to attack on this turn, so they just used it to get to you. They will attack next turn. So that brings us to Greybeard. You are up, and you are facing 2 goblins.
The one I already hit needs to die.
I'm sure.
Scrolling. Raid Xing.
Yep, and 18 is a hit.
And oh my goodness. So I rolled a 1, obviously. Son of a pup.
That is... Yeah, that should be enough now, because you've hit him twice, right?
Yeah, 10 last time and 4 this time.
Yeah, yep, he's dead. So the top one, I don't know why it didn't save the damage I put on him. Bleh. I'll put a little marker on him there. So he has gone down. And now you are just facing the one there to the south. You still have movement, but if you're going to use it, up to you.
No, he. I'm rooted here. Gonna just kill.
Okay. So Greybeard has slashed and taken out a goblin. And what you did is when you actually hit him, he tried to duck, and you just miss his head, but your axe goes right into his shoulder, and you clearly just break the clavicle and everything, and then he just falls over dead. And
As
then,
it should be.
Yeah, we move into Armel. He's going to climb through the window. Yeah. So let's put him on the other map. and he moves to try to figure out where the dwarf went. He sees Teagray by the door. He assumes the dwarf went the other way, so he starts to move to where the dwarf is. That's about as far as he's going to get with his movement. And he'll hold his action if any type of hostile creature comes in this room. He will then try to attack. And Aila, you have no... You don't know. You actually don't know. They just... you haven't even seen the goblins yet, so you've just seen the wargs so far.
Well, I meant in general, like when he just attacked him at first, I was like, did we just kind of attack like maybe a family of goblins living their life?
Oh, you know for sure that this is a human town. It's not a goblin town.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just humans? That seems rather odd.
I agree.
I'm just gonna move and attack, you know, the good old attack.
Yep. And Aila, yep, you're up, so...
Die, you stupid beast.
Okay. Now, if you're going to use the longbow, I still think you hit, but just realize that if you use a ranged weapon when you're that close, you do it at a disadvantage.
I know.
Just so you know. Okay.
But I still
you still hit.
So it's okay.
And so you can roll the damage.
Huzzah.
Nice. And you, nicely done. You did exactly what you needed. And this warg is now dead. So it comes crashing to a halt at your feet as you put the next arrow right through its eye. And let me put a little marker on it. And it is now dead. You still have movement at this point. That was your action, but you have movement.
I'm gonna move over and try to get ready to take aim at the other warg, who I think is near somebody else.
Yeah, you know, you saw Jarrel move, so yeah, you would know he's there. And you can move up to 30 feet. All right, that brings us to Teagray. You think you hear fighting on the other side of the door.
All right, I will move to right behind Armel.
Okay.
Are those
can
stairs
actually
going
move-
up or down?
Those are going up to the bell tower, the steeple. So that's up where the bell...
Okay, so this is just a single floor church, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just hold here.
Okay. Are you holding an action? What's your trigger?
My trigger will be if anything comes through the door, though I doubt it.
Okay. And that brings us to the last goblin that is still standing. And he's watched you just kill his buddy. He's really mad about it. He's going to go ahead and swing his scimitar at you again. And he critically misses and just hits the wood in front of you, does no damage, and almost topples over. Misses you completely, which leads us to Ian. What would you like to do?
Well,
You might have a hard time shooting that warg. I'm not sure about the line of sight there.
yeah, I probably can see him. Well, I climb back down. How much movement does that take?
If you're going to climb down, that'll be at least 10 of your feet. And then once you hit that square and come out the door, it'd be another 5. If you jump from the parapet, it's not that high up. You could just make an acrobatics roll, and as long as you don't muff it, you could just land outside.
All right, I try that. An acrobatics?
Yep, just throw an acrobatics as long as you don't hit like a...
Please
Yeah.
don't be a 1.
Be
Please don't
easy.
be a
DC 8. Anything under an 8?
Nope.
Oh.
Yep. Nope.
All right, so
On my face.
then what we'll do
do
is
like
that
10
you
damage.
you do fall, but you just can't move any further from there. I was going to let you continue to move, but you didn't make that roll very well. But you are standing out in front of the tower now.
That's
What
all I
square
can do.
did you jump down to when you did your acrobatics roll? Show me which square you landed in.
Well, I was right there, just on top.
Okay.
So exactly where I am, but I'm on, but on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm thinking still probably not a clear shot to fire from there. So you can still hold an action.
Can I use my action to move?
Nope, because you missed that acrobatics.
Nope. Well, then I stay there. I can't do anything.
Okay. All right, and that brings us to the top of the round again.
All right, so Jarrel is going to move about 10 feet inside and hold his action until the warg follows him, and then he'll attack.
Well, the warg is going to get a free attack on you when you move away from him. Are you sure you're going to want to do that?
Yes.
Okay, so this will be a reaction attack of opportunity. We'll roll that. And he tries to bite you as you move back in. Oh, that door's not open. That door is locked.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, that door has been locked from the inside.
Well, that's
That's
unfortunate.
Well, he misses that roll anyway. So you can move anywhere else you would like, knowing he's still going to miss you. Or you could stay there in front of him.
Well, crap. Did somebody lock that door?
Yes, somebody did.
Might have to have words with that somebody.
Oops.
All right, so I'm kind of literally at a disadvantage. So he took the attack, so I'm going to move.
Yeah, he's going to miss. So you can make a 30-foot move.
I'm going to.
You can attack and then make a 30-foot move.
Yeah, I'm going to attack. Yeah, let me do that.
Well, until Ian hits with an arrow, we're not sure what class she is.
So did that attack of opportunity didn't happen then?
I'm saying if you do move out of,
It will.
I'm going to
right.
take that roll. Yeah, I'm not going to
okay.
re-roll, is what I'm saying.
All right. I mean, I'm going to move either way, but all right. So let me attack. All right. So try and club it with my fist, and it's a 15.
And yeah, that's a hit good enough to do damage.
All right. And I follow that up with. So that was a fist to the right side, and then I do an uppercut with my left fist. It's a bonus action. Wow.
And a crit fail.
And swing
Swing and a
wildly.
miss.
Swing wildly, and I take my momentum.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, since this was a crit miss, no damage or anything happens to you, but I'll only let you move 15 feet instead of the full 30.
All right. All right. I think that's 15, right?
Yeah, that looks from the door. Let me move them so that 5, 10. You got one more square.
Cool.
All right. That moves our turn ahead, and our warg will now go. He sees you try to move off, and he will just follow you. You hit him, so he's just going to go to the area that would let him get to you. And then he'll roll for a bite attack. Oh, I think I actually typed that in wrong.
Did he bite his tongue?
He misses again. I'm rolling nice and low, so that's good for you guys. He rolled that 7. So snapping jaws try to grab you again, and you're just too quick for him. You're too wily, and he misses his attack on you. So he moved an attack. That's him, and we're up to Greybeard.
One goblin left. And Great Axe.
So
No.
8 is not a hit. So you miss with the great axe. You have movement unless you're going to... You can move around him and stay engaged. So like if you'd have moved to this square, he doesn't get a free attack because you're staying in engagement. But it's up to you what you want to do.
That'll let someone else in the room.
Actually, you can't block people. They can move through your square. So it's not assumed that you block people like that. It used to be, but they don't do that in 5th edition.
Sweet. All right, then I don't need to move. I need to kill that guy.
Okay. Brings us to Armel. Armel will go into the room so that he has a chance to attack this goblin that he sees you attacking. And let me bring his character sheet up, I guess. And I don't even know what he has. He has a quarterstaff and a dagger. Sounds like a quarterstaff strike would be great here. And yeah, he rolled a 19, so we'll give him some damage. And so quarterstaff smacks this guy on the head for 4 points of damage. But he is still standing at this point. Armel will not make any moves so that he doesn't get an attack of opportunity. So that brings us to Aila. You are up. Did we lose Aila? Am I not hearing her?
I'm here.
Oh, your turn.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear anything.
Oh, yep. So it's you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move and then, I'm gonna attack. Big surprise.
Been doing good so far. Yeah, killed one.
Ayo.
Nice. She's got cheaty dice.
Rockstar.
All right, 6
Oh,
points
yeah.
of damage.
Rockstar with the hit, not with the damage.
So you see
All right.
another arrow sticking out of his back. He's mad, but still looks pretty angry and pretty dangerous. You moved a little bit to get there, so then you attacked, so that's probably your turn. Unless you still have some movement left. What'd you move there? About 15 feet?
Yeah.
So you still have another 15 feet if you want to move.
Nah, I'll just stay there.
Okay. Moves us into Teagray. You are up.
All right, I will step inside
Walk this way. You and me, baby.
and I will firebolt this dude.
Oh, bringing the fireball online.
if I can figure out how to do it.
Is it like one that you have to make an attack roll? Ah, there you go. Firebolta hits. So you can click on the word firebolt. What does your firebolt look like? What's this look like when Teagray throws off a firebolt?
It comes directly out of a hand, and it's just a flashing red bolt that goes straight to wherever I aim it and splashes in fire.
Cool. Okay, so click the word firebolt over there in chat. It should give us the damage, unless I'm not seeing it.
There we go.
And it bursts into his chest, burns a hole right through it, and he just collapses over and just kind of fizzles a little bit. He is dead.
I say 1-to-1, Greybeard.
All right. You still use some
I
movement,
got him.
but you probably
nope.
have a little bit more
You got him.
if you want to
Are
move.
you talking to me?
No, for Teagray, you probably still have a little bit of movement left.
I'll end there.
Okay. Turn ends. We can remove. Actually, everything. We are out of initiative now. Everything. Oh no, we still have a war. So I'm sorry. So Ian, you are up.
Can I hit it from here?
Certainly.
Alright. So I attack it then.
All right. Yeah. Yep. Arrow sinks into the hide. Another 4 points of damage. Second arrow is now sticking out of it from the front side, kind of up in the shoulder
We'll have
area
about
now.
100 arrows in him before we take him down.
But he is still going. Now he's bleeding, and he howls when he gets hit,
Maybe we should keep him
but
as
he
a
is
pet.
not dead. Oh, yeah, and he is not dead yet, so.
Okay.
But you do have movement, so you can still move 30 feet. You can fire, then move.
Nope, I'm good.
You're good. That brings us to the top of the order. Jarrel.
All right. Jarrel will attack. Try to. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You feel the crunch of some bone a little bit. He's hurting, but makes a howl, still going.
All right. And then bonus.
Yeah, it's AC 13, so I think you have to roll a 13 or higher, I believe. So, yeah.
Sounds right.
And that is just enough that you knock it completely out and it falls to the ground.
All right. So that was done with grabbing the side of its head with each fist and jamming my kneecap into its chin.
Yeah,
Nice.
Sounds good. And dead. All right, now we are done with initiative. But we're going to go ahead and call our session there because I only wanted to go for the 3 hours tonight as I'm still sick and I need my rest. But good job, guys. Good fight. Those things are pretty tough. Those are 26 hit point creatures.
Hey guys, we're murderers. We did it.
And
That's
Dora
it.
pops up into the background.
broke a church window. I'm sure that's going to come back bad at some point, karma-wise.
Hey, we saved this village of nobody from
there's
these
nobody
creatures that were obviously super aggressive because they totally attacked us back when we attacked them first. You know,
That's
it's all logical.
It makes sense.
Well, and, now it's our village.
I'll leave everything here, so everything will be here for when we pick up again, and we will pick up with the aftermath of our first battle. And the bell has stopped ringing, thankfully enough. But there is still plenty more to figure out what has gone on in this village.
Do we know who was ringing the bell?
It was the two goblins in the... Well, you might not, because you haven't been in that room yet, but the two goblins were inside the room you haven't been in yet, and they were gleefully jumping up and down on the rope constantly and laughing and just having a great time. And they just had been doing
Goblins
it
must
for
be death
hours.
creatures.
Was Lady blah 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 gonna come before us? Was
Yeah,
that her
she
plan?
left. She left 2 days before you, as far as you knew.
Well, damn, now we're not getting paid either. This is just turning up to be great. Although, if we did take over this village, I do descend from royalty. I could actually, I could see this as a great place to settle down.
Yeah,
And besides, there's goblins to search and wolves to skin.
lots of stuff to do yet. Yeah. So.
Hey man,
all right,
nothing
guys.
like some raw meat. That stuff's delicious.
So we'll just do our normal aftermath. What everybody think of the adventure so far?
Oh, we kicked butt.
Any pointers?
I think
Any
it went well.
suggestions?
Everybody get good rolls like me when it
That's a
comes
good
to
thing.
hitting. I think that's a very good suggestion.
I maybe the it took me a while to figure out the dynamic lighting. Maybe tweak that a bit, but no, otherwise it was pretty good. I can show you some macros that you can use for your attack rolls. I think it looks like the module didn't include any macros with any of the mobs.
I
With any of the
I think they
monsters?
might have, but I didn't have time today to go through them because I've been in bed like right up until we started the session. I've been sick the last 2 days.
Okay.
So and I was just rolling it, and I was looking at the character sheet that I have written down for them, just so I could keep things going. I'm sure they're in there. I just didn't look for them yet.
Okay.
That will be something I task myself with before next session, though. But yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
if
if
not,
you don't, let me
I'll
know.
find out. Yeah.
Okay. No, otherwise it was good.
All right, I'm also going to shut the stream down for all of you watching the stream. Thanks for watching. I see some stuff in chat there. Hopefully, Greybeard was keeping up in chat because I did not watch a ton of chat because I see that now.
And I'm kind of used to it, so
Oh,
I'll
Tom's
do
in there too. Nice.
I'll do that. I can shrink the screen down so I can just see chat. I can't see your maps, so I'll try to watch chat. Like I said, I'm used to it. How was my typing? Could you guys hear it a lot?
I did
No,
hear a
not really.
lot of typing throughout the session. You guys were doing a lot of typing, so I don't know. It wasn't too distracting, but every now and then I caught myself paying attention to that and not listening to what people were saying.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah,
Switch
no
up
problem.
keyboards.
I did have a question. Oh, who's doing the recap?
Oh, good question.
You guys don't want my.
While they're deciding that real quick for those that are on the stream, I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down. I am recording this, though, so I will put it up on YouTube if you want to go back and watch the different segments on YouTube. And you can also probably watch the VODs from Greybeard. But thanks for joining, and we're here every Monday night at 7 p.m. to run our adventure. And if you want to see some more, I'm also playing in a game on Saturday nights if you want to see that at 10 p.m. I'll be streaming from a player side of the view of the game I'm playing. So thanks for joining. Thanks for all the Greybeard's group coming over, and we'll see you in the next one.
Saturday Night Hype?